Hey, Indigo, we're live. Hi, everyone. It's Lisa Clayton of lisaaclayton.com and Indigo Mystic of Indigo Mystic's bungalow here in Half Moon Bay, California. We are here to give you some beautiful inspiration and guidance and vibration and high frequencies for the Monday mantra today for Monday, July 20th, 2020. It is a new moon in Cancer, the second one of within 30 days. We had a new moon on the summer solstice in June, and then another new moon in Cancer. Very not a usual happening. So we have a lot of high vibration frequency happening today for the Monday mantra. And Indigo has been working with her mama on some new offerings of the Inner Leader movement. For those of you who follow me and do work with me, you know that in 2016, I left the comfortable shore. I let go of my corporate contracts and work in that corporate world and started the Inner Leader movement, which is a beautiful circuitry of connecting with above, within, and earth below, using several different types of spiritual tools, heart math techniques, and oh my gosh, just so many other things that wherever you are in your evolutionary cycle, we can get you connected and tapped in to that circuitry called the Inner Leader movement. Once your inner leader gets lit up, the movement forward is just magical and magnificent. So, Indigo, we went into retreat this weekend and we did some more writing and we did some more tapping in to see what we could bring forward that was innovative, new in the Inner Leader movement as we are guided. And it was pretty phenomenal what came through. In fact, I'm offering a new moon kind of download this evening for the people that are in this circle. And if you'd like to know more about that, you can get a hold of me and I can definitely put you on the list. But I do a full moon circle formally every month. And then I was guided during this retreat this weekend again to do this new moon, particularly because it was so powerful. And so in the mix of all of this beautiful energy coming up with the new moon in Cancer, we have a wonderful Monday mantra to share with you. And I want to go into, I'll share the Monday mantra, and then I want to go into a little bit of the frequency and vibration of what a mantra does. Okay, so here's the Monday mantra. Ready? Indigo, drum roll. Can you do a drum roll? Presenting the Monday mantra. Wow, that was good. Good girl. Okay. She's been like, I had a reading earlier this morning, so she's been tapped in to the higher dimensional frequencies. I love this this picture. So access your source self, release. Oh, I love this. Release human ego expectations. The new security is letting go. Oh, Indigo, we know that, don't we? Okay, so access your source self, release human ego expectations, the new security is letting go. So let's talk a little bit about how to use the mantra. It's going to be a little bit different information today because it is about, let's talk about how saying these words over and over again vibrate and create a frequency that changes and shifts you into a different type of movement, a different type of place. So first of all, if you look up the word mantra in the dictionary, it's defined as a word or sound. She's going to go take a little rest now from being on video. It's a word or sound repeated to aid in concentration. Okay. So what do we want to concentrate on? We want to concentrate on that source self, the heart's intuitive intelligence. Some people consider a mantra an affirmation to motivate and inspire. I always look at mantras as more than an inspiration, and I'll tell you why in a moment. But they are inspiring. They do lift you up to be your best self, and this best self is your source self. So the true value, I love this that came through. The true value is when a mantra and it becomes audible or visible. And that's why I've been doing these visuals and bringing the Monday mantra. They always come in 3 lines. Love that kind of poetic flow from divine, and a beautiful visual to go with it so that it incites the senses. It releases this the endorphins, the hormonal response to a mantra also is so important to the physiology. So the true value, when it can becomes audible or visible, then it becomes a thought that becomes real. Oh, okay, because a lot of our thoughts that are spinning in our head are not real. Worry, okay, frustration. Well, frustration could be come from an experience, but worry is one of the most wasted pieces of energy that we can put into our thought process because it's not something that hasn't happened or something that is recalling a past event. Oh, that could happen, but it's not happening. Release worry. Okay, so mantras. What I love about the mantra energy, the vibration and the frequency of a mantra is that it quiets the habitual pattern of what flows in our conscious state. And then what as you are it breaks the pattern. It breaks the pattern. And then a it allows us to steer our consciousness toward our source, towards the source, towards our source self. I get really excited when this came through today because when I went into retreat again this weekend, and when I go into retreat, I get the most beautiful messages. And one of them was to explain a little bit more about the power of a mantra. So it's not just something that I find a pretty picture for, well, I don't. Christina, my web designer, she's amazing. I send her the download and she puts the visuals to it. We make such a great team. And and so it was something more to bring forward about the Monday mantra. That's what they said. It bring forth the power in the frequency of saying these words over and over. So here's the other thing about what is different about these Monday mantras is that they're not just inspirations. They're actually downloads that come from my higher self, the team that I'm on, the team that I work with, the angelic realm, the ascended masters, oh gosh, whoever shows up when I'm opening up to those channels. These Monday mantras are directly aligned with the energy of what is needed to navigate your earth experience. That's what I love about the Monday mantras. Tap in. So what did we tap into? Yesterday to bring forth this Monday mantra was the energy of this new moon. What else got tapped into? Oh, give more guidance during this new moon time because it's such a pivotal time. Everything is being illuminated that needs to be released. This pandemic has brought forth the underbelly of every organization and every structure in our society and system that needs to be exposed, that is not in alignment with love, that is not in alignment with the light of source, creator origin, energy. Monday mantras come from source, creator, origin. I love them so much. I wouldn't be still doing them if they weren't as important as the food I eat, as important as the exercise or the way that I move my body, as important as the knowledge that I take in, the research that I do to bring forth information that is relevant for this time in the inner leader movement. So mantras are very powerful ways to raise the vibration and the frequency of your heart, and mostly to get you connected to your source self. Love it, love it, love it. So let's take a look at this again. Take a couple of deep breaths into your heart area. Indigo's breathing with me. She really is. Okay, and take these words into your heart. Okay, access your source self. Release human ego expectations. The new security is letting go. Just feel the vibration of those words. Feel the light frequency that comes with it. These words, this guidance came from divine, from the angel team, from the source, from creator origin. Okay, so just a little bit more detail before we pick the angels. Indigo. You want to talk a little bit more about the Monday mantra, or do you want to rest until your time to pick the angels comes? Okay, are they up there? Are you going to call them in? Are they coming? You see them? Yeah, you sense them, don't you? Okay, why don't you just rest for a few more minutes until mommy gets through with going through each line of the Monday mantra. So, accessing your source self. How do you do that? So, really quick, because there's so much information for that. No barking. No, it's okay. It's okay. Accessing your source self. Indigo brings in that level of vibration. So accessing your source self, many ways to do that. This is what we do in the inner leader movement. We get you to access your source self through a variety of modalities, of spiritual tools. However, I'm going to talk about one today that comes with the new moon. And in this new moon, in Cancer, usually in a new moon, you want to set intentions, plant it in the dark of the moon so that it sprouts with the light as the moon is waxing into full. However, this new moon's asking us to release, to let go. And how to access your source self, this new moon is inviting us to really feel into the axis of which we are positioned here on earth. So normally, well, most of the time, 98% of the time, we're on this horizontal axis. We are accessing all this information all around us in our earth experience, okay? And we get distracted by that. But we also gain a lot of information and knowledge and wonderful experiences from the horizontal axis. The vertical axis is where we can become the midpoint. Our humanness becomes the midpoint in above, below, and we are now activating the source stream when we align with the vertical axis. So just thinking about how much time we spend on the horizontal axis in our earth experiences, how much time do we spend on the vertical axis? It is probably more important. It is more important to be more to tap into that more and more and more, as much as we are experiencing on the horizontal axis. I love that. That was the information that came in with this new moon. Where did I write down? Jimi Hendrix. No, I love Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix was such a prophet and a poet and a divine being that was expressing his soul through music. Um, yeah, and he said, bold as love, bold as love. Just ask the axis. He was very evolved. Okay, just ask the axis. Bold as love. Okay, so that's that vertical axis. One way, many ways that you can access that source self. But that's the one that came up as a focus for this new moon in Cancer. So the second part, release human ego expectations. I have a wonderful group that meets every Friday called Love Leader Sisters, and one of our love leader sisters mentioned that. Did I write it down? That expectations, that setting expectations are setting yourself up for resentment, and I love that. And I actually wrote it down somewhere in my. Oh, here it is. Expectations are resentments waiting to happen. And I love that because it is when we have these expectations, we set up ourselves. We just kind of set ourselves up for failure, for blame, for victimization, for all of the things that come with setting up expectations. When I was teaching the human behavior courses with Cassette International, we had an acronym for fear, and fear was false expectations appearing real. I love that. False expectations. So there's so many expectations that are false. They're not real. Okay, and then we expect our families. So those families are a good one. We expect our families to do things that they're not even capable of doing. It's not part of their journey. It's not part of their soul's blueprint. It's not part of how they were born on purpose. We project our expectations on others, and we set ourselves up for disappointment, hurt, betrayal. And so I love that. Release human ego expectations. That ego is constantly working overtime to get you to set expectations. Oh, I should be here by this point in my life. Oh my gosh, that's an expectation. Just enjoy life. Just let it flow. So that's the second part of releasing those human ego expectations. And the third one, love this, is the new security is letting go. So that is the new security. It's not easy leaving the shore. It's not easy leaving the comforts, the conditions that we've been accustomed to. But this pandemic has really shaken us to our core and is asking us to do just that. Leave the old. Leave the old comfort systems. Leave what you thought was secure. You thought your government was secure in taking care of you. You thought your banks and credit card companies were secure in taking care of you. Where did you place your energy and your faith into systems that are not secure? Holy moly, that's pretty. Indigo just raised her head on that one. She's saying yes, yes, yes. The security, the system, that what you thought was going to take care of you. Your retirement. How many people lost their retirements in 2008 when the economy crashed the first time? What is retirement anyway? Oh, I love this one. Oh, I'm a homeowner. Oh, you pay cash for your home? No, I have a mortgage. I'm a homeowner. You don't own your home. The bank owns your home. False sense of security. Okay, so all of these systems that are breaking apart now and guiding us into the new security is letting go. I even wrote down that for me, it wasn't easy to let go of having those secure corporate contracts. in my life. But this inside of me said, it's time. It's time to bring your gifts forward as an intuitive and oh, as a teacher, as a master teacher, as a guide, as a mentor, to open up doors for others, to open up doors for yourself, to see the opportunity, the beauty, the light of life. So I just wrote down, it's not easy to let go of the shore, but what this time has taught me is that I have moved into radical trust, to shift to, guess what? The original axis, the source axis, the vertical axis, so that I can realign to a truer way with co-creator, with creator origin. I always like to say co-creator because I feel like I am. I'm co-creating with divine every single day as I listen and I tune in and I take in the information to bring forth for you in the inner leader movement, in the full moon circles, in the Monday mantras, in however else the group mentoring series that are taking off like wildfire, just starting a second phase and then another phase and another phase for college graduates. I mean, it just keeps expanding, expanding as I stay attuned to this vertical axis. Okay. And then before I said it's probably more important, again, it's about balancing. So it's about balancing the time that we do on the horizontal axis as much as we are going on the vertical axis. Okay, Indigo. A couple more Jimi Hendrix quotes. Jimi Hendrix is really coming in strong today. No barking. And a couple more quotes from Jimi Hendrix that I love. And those of you who know me know I'm on love music. When I was 9 years old, I sold Christmas cards to all the farmers in our neighborhood so I could buy my first transistor radio. If I sold so many boxes of Christmas cards, I got a transistor radio and I was in heaven because I could put these little earplugs into the transistor radio at night and listen to the only station that would come in was Detroit station. I can't remember the name of it, but it was the Motown station. And then all the rock and roll stations. I grew up on Motown and rock and roll. So, and I listened to the music resonated with my soul and the words. Jimi Hendrix had some of the greatest lyrics. A couple of them, knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. This is where we want to get into accessing our source self for that wisdom. And then, of course, one of the all-time favorites that you've probably heard of with Jimi Hendrix is when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. Really would like to take that into your heart. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. And another quote from Jimi Hendrix was, with the power of soul, anything is possible. Wow. He was a prophet. He was a prophet that enjoyed life into experimenting with every type of you know what I'm trying to say, hallucinating drugs, to taking too many, and exited exited when he was designed to exit. So, but boy, did he leave us with some powerful prophetic lyrics in his song and his music. Okay, so Indigo, are we ready to choose some angels to activate and expand and to raise the frequency of this Monday mantra? We are going to go to a brand new Oracle spiritual toolbox that was gifted to us recently by Ingrid Auer in Austria. She is a beautiful, beautiful angel intuitive. Oh, so much more. Has so many gifts. And she channels these beautiful symbols with the angels and ascended masters. And we actually got a new Oracle deck, which Indigo, we broke in this weekend with some readings that we did. So Indigo, do you want to tap on the Archangels and angel deck today. 1, 2, 3. See the angels up there? Do you see them? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Another one. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, gave us some good taps. So let's see what comes forward. I always do that. I watch these videos and I think I should be snapping the oracles on the deck. It makes kind of a funny noise. There we go. Oh boy, absolutely. Wow. Oh, love this, love this. So Mary Magdalena's been coming in quite frequently, and here she is. Mary Magdalena. Look at that beautiful symbol of the heart in the 4 directions, the vertical axis, the horizontal axis, the balance, and there's your beautiful higher self in that golden orb. Mary Magdalena. Yes, and the affirmation and the vibration to raise the frequency is I live my spirituality. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And how it goes with the Monday mantra. Oh, yes, yes, yes. And Mary. Look at this beautiful one. The golden spiral, your essence. With the beautiful divine feminine. This feels Mary, Mother Mary bringing in, letting go of your injuries. I let go of my injuries. Oh my gosh, is this not perfect? Releasing, surrendering. Oh my gosh. The new security is letting go. I let go of my injuries, hurt, betrayal, abandonment. Let it go. Yeah, Mary is lifting those up. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love this. And we get Metatron, Archangel Metatron. Look at his vertical axis. Look at this vertical axis. Many different. What I love about this symbol is that it's vertical, but it goes horizontal. This is the alchemy. This is the blending of this beautiful energy. Oh, and the message on this. I develop into, it's going to make me cry, a universal human. There we go. Accessing those universal truths, going into the bigger picture of why we are here, raising ourselves up from that this third dimensional energy vehicle into the 5th dimension energies that are available to us and beyond, the higher dimensional and energies, bringing us into being a universal human. Oh my gosh, we just got so distracted, so pulled in to all of the earthly happenings, which we signed up for. We signed up to come here during this time. So let's hold these all up. Indigo, you really did an amazing job today. Love these 3 symbols to activate the Monday mantra for today. Really focus on the symbols, but then also the beautiful messages that came from Mary Magdalena, Mother Mary, Metatron. Beautiful. Thank you, Indigo. You did good. You always do good, my little intuitive animal spirit. Okay, so I did have something I was going to close with, and I don't remember what that was because I'm so over. I'm so over like a high, like I'm like really in a high zone of reception today. Had a reading earlier this morning, coming into this beautiful Monday mantra for you today, and doing a new moon ceremony this evening. So again, just want to hold this up, take it into your heart, access your source self, release human ego expectations. The new security is letting go. Oh, we hope that you are navigating through this time with more retreat, more reflection, get connected to your source self, You know, it's a hard time. We want to send our heart and love out for those who have lost loved ones, those who are fighting the virus or any other health condition right now, who are looking for new work, new ways to sustain themselves. We send you all of our love and our heart and the Monday mantra to lift you up and to give you hope and to trust in that source self. All right. We love you. We'll see you next week. And until then, may you be blessed with the light and love of your divine sovereignty, your source self, the creator of origin. Okay, say goodbye, Indigo. Bye, everyone. Okay, we'll see you next week. We love you. Bye bye.